Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are gathered here to introduce our peer, Kayden Zimmerman. We will go through Act 1, the ensemble, Act 2, the day in the life, and Act 3, the finale, for now. Now let's turn the page and step into the scene. While they have spent the last decade here in Council Bluffs, their prologue actually took place in various places, including Papillion, Omaha, and Council Bluffs. The cast at home is what you'd call the perfect mid-sized ensemble. You have their parents, Ashley and Sean, his two brothers, Landon and Jackson, and finally, his best friend, Faith, who is also a big part of their cast as well. Now, as we know, no production is complete without the scene stealers, Lucy and Pepper. But if you ask his closest friends for a review of their character, they'd tell you that he is the comic relief and life of the party. Funny and outgoing. But as we know, there is a deep strength here too. Their proudest moment wasn't on stage, it was the day they stepped into their true identity and came out to their parents. Drawing inspiration from Elliot Page, they've learned to live authentically even when the world is watching. Now, if we want to know what a day in the life looks like, we have to look at the work that they put even when the lights are down. Kayden is a master of the triple threat lifestyle, balancing school, a job at Home Goods, and has a huge commitment to the choir department. They don't just do choir, they live it. But when the lights are down and he's off the book and off the clock, and when he finally gets some quiet time, they turn it into a massive bibliophile. He has a huge interest in the Twilight Universe and Midnight Sun. He even finds inspiration from James Cameron, someone who knows how to build a world from scratch. Now, as we look towards his final act here in Iowa, his dream production is The Life in San Diego. He is eyeing SDSU or USC. He wants to get a double major in clinical laboratory sciences and film studies, the perfect mix of creative and science. While his script is still changing, Kayden sees himself in a fort in California, featured with the 2012 New Girl aesthetic and a few cats. Now, looking at the peer review, what we have learned from our peer, we have learned his friends and family, his hobbies and interests, and finally, his goals and plans for the future. But no matter how far he travels, he will always carry the memory of his grandmother with him. A reminder to never waste the time of the moment of the runtime we are given.